Hi guys, and welcome to GistTube TV, where we thrill you with amazing video all day long. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel and hit the notification bell after you subscribe to this channel. Controversial media personality and journalist Kemi Olunloyo has revealed that she suffers from anxiety, PTSD, and she's wanted to commit suicide a few times now. According to her, I want to die. My son's father turned him against me. Taken to her social media platform, Kemi Olunloyo, who is popularly known for a controversial stance and the report of controversial statements in Nigeria, where she resides, Lagos, Nigeria to be precise, took to social media to say, I am battling anxiety and depression. Your bullying has damaged my mental health. I will return to social platforms by December 1st, 2021. My son, my interns, and my friends should be followed. According to her, my battle with PTSD has relapsed. I am living for 90 days on medical leave. Again, I just ask for your prayers. My pastor says the valley of shadow of death is one thing I must walk through. Many of you are terrorizing me and I cannot tolerate it anymore. The bullying has paralyzed me. It feels like 490,000 people surrounding my house. A BB Niger contestant left. Go and learn about panic attacks. I have debilitating anxiety attacks, very scared to post on my platforms. I am constantly attacked. I have sent a message to Adam that something should be done. I have asked Instagram for help. Sometimes therapists don't help. They have bigger problems of their own. I turn to God and I'm dealing with this fear in my life. Something I never cared about is now killing me. I can no longer post on my Nigerian social platforms for now. I will leave the page open. I may post once a week or month about my health. Anxiety is a demon. I am battling it. Watch this, my farewell video for now, so I can get my life back outside social media. She says, stop bullying me. But however, she says she's downloaded the dance video sharing app TikTok to upload her progress battling anxiety and depression, and that they should continue to pray for her. Now, you may be wondering what has caused this for Kemi Olunloyo. According to her and what she's been saying for several years now, but then she took to Dr. Ellen Paul's Nigerian comedian, doctor, and actor's Instagram live page with fellow baristas and doctors, a child disability lawyer and teacher, and also a barrister that are based in the United States of America, to share her story and ask for advice because the program is called Therapy Effect. According to her, she said she met her son's father some 35 years ago, and they knew each other for 30 days before she took in for him. She was just 22 years and this man was 30 years at the point. When she was pregnant, she told this man, see, I am pregnant. But then he said, do not keep this baby because I don't want a baby with you. I'm only only for 1 month. And that if you decide to keep this baby and you mention me as the father, I would say you are a one-night stand and I will deny you and ridicule you. You all know how society was 34, 35 years ago. A man saying a woman is a one-night stand and that they had sexual intimacy before marriage and whatnot would not be held properly. So she left Nigeria, went to give birth to her child who turned out to be autistic. In her own words, I had an autistic child and went through hell. My son would attack me, sometimes beat me, smash my head against the wall. I went through hell. I have 375 pages of medical records and police reports and everything to testify today. My son is an high-functioning 34-year-old Asperger's syndrome independent. After I called him out on Father's Day, that is our son's father, because I wanted people to know that he's a public figure, the vice president, Nigerian Basketball Federation. After I called him out and all the bloggers took it, I guess, what happened? I woke up 2 weeks ago. He was in America with my son without my knowledge. I want you to hear what I have to say. I've not said it anywhere. I'm saying it on this show now. 2 weeks ago, I discovered a pics of my son and his father. Everyone had seen it on my page. It said, finally, I met my dad after 34 years old. Do you know what shocked me the most? Nobody called me, and this is like the root of a problem and the what caused the return of our anxiety, depression, and our PTSD. She said nobody went through me. My family, who I'm estranged with, my mom and dad in Ibadan, somehow linked this man to my son in Philadelphia through my sister. My older sister is his guardian over there. Shouldn't my sister call me? All of them I didn't talk to, but they gave him access as if I was 6 feet under. I am still alive in Lagos. No one told me. This man went to America, took a picture with my son, and no one told me. Then he turned my son against me. My son told me his father said I kept him away from him for 34 years. How should I handle this? The man is back in Lagos. Now, I called him for the first time in 35 years. He picked, said hello. I said, Kemi Olunloyo. Then a long bit happened. Network then took the call. He didn't drop the call though. Network did. I am angry he could go tell my son that. And my son, as someone that is 34 years autistic, he still understands certain things, but he couldn't figure it out. He said, Mom, you told me you kept me away. That's why I thought my dad was dead. Meanwhile, I never told my son his father was dead. I never told him anything, but every Father's Day, he makes a post saying his father is dead and says Happy Father's Day to every father out there. And so I had to tell him 2 years ago, he's in Lagos. He's not dead. Google him. He's a big man. But that after the revelation and everything, she couldn't hold it anymore. The bullying that comes on social media, and so she wanted to attempt suicide. She indeed attempted to take her own life. I want to die. My son's father have turned him against me. Giving her advice, they said she should leave it, she should put her health in consideration, she should choose to stay alive, and that the major thing that is bothering her is the fact that the man turned her son against her. But that something that should help her is her social media activism she should maybe put a stop to it and attempt to go and recover offline, take at least 90 days, that is 3 months, outside of social media and focus on regaining her confidence, focus on working on her anger, which is why she came online to say she would not be online or on any social platform until the 1st of December 2021. If you're wondering who is Kemi Olunloyo and want to know more about her, Kemi Omololu Olunloyo, that is what she was born as, Olukemi Omololu Olunloyo, on the 6th of August 1964. She's currently 57 years old, is a Nigerian journalist, a blogger, activist against gun violence, and a social media personality. She was born in Ibadan, Oyo State, where her parents still resides, and she is Nigerian. Father, Omololu Olunloyo, is Victor Omololu Olunloyo, and the former governor of Oyo State. She is the second of 10 children. She lived 14 years in Nigeria, 20 years in the United States of America, and 5 years before being deported back to Nigeria from Canada. So she was in Canada for 5 years. If you're wondering what caused her deportation in Canada, in August 2012, Olunloyo Kemi was arrested in her apartment in Toronto by agents from the Canada Border Services Agency after being determined a flight risk when her refugee visa was not renewed. She was remanded into custody at the Vania Center for Women for 7 days before she was deported to Nigeria. Now let's talk about her career. She has appeared as a guest discussing terrorism and health benefits on CBC News, Roughly CTV News, BBC, and Nigerian Television Authority. In 2010, Omololu Olunloyo, that is Kemi Olunloyo, of course, served on the Governor's Advisory Council at Kingston General Hospital in Kingston, Ontario. She's worked briefly as a music journalist with the Nigerian Tribune. According to her, she's had experience working with CNN for over 20 years as a journalist and reporter. She says she's an award-winning journalist and a reporter. She's done a lot of community and social activism. She was active in Canada against gun violence. In 2014, she released the names and photographs of men who solicited sex or exposed themselves on social media. In 2014, also, she was among the top 3 nominees of the Social Media Awards Africa's Social Media Influencer of the Year. Something else about Kemi Olunloyo is that she's not averse to controversies and a lot of news. In 2020, April to be precise, she claims God has sent her to ill Nigeria. She said a lot of things that has made people sometimes doubt her mental health, and saying that she's actually come online to say yes, something is indeed wrong with her mental health and she needs time to put herself in order. I guess it is understandable. And also maybe bullying on social media will stop. She's broken several news about the Nigerian that was based in Dubai that is now being tried in the United States of America, popularly called Hush Puppy, Rahman Olorunwa Abbas. She's broken news about his arrest, about the updates of his case and whatnot in Nigeria. So I guess who's going to be giving us this news now? Now that Kemi Olunloyo says she's off social media, she's one of those people who has people in high places and in every corner, almost, it seems like that, and she gives updates very fairly and regularly. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about Kemi Olunloyo. Do you think this is a stint and she's going to come back online, because she said she'll be posting once a month or twice or once in a week? Do you think she's going to actually keep to not being on social media until December? Because I feel like she's one of these women or one of these people that thrives on social media, and I don't think she would be able to do. But then let's see how it takes, how it goes. People's mental health actually matter. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like it, share with your family and friends, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.